like and subscribe, and I'll get a sticker to you.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Sparky Built. Sorry we missed an update this last week. I got sick, we got busy, there was stuff going on. But we're back on the Cougar right now, as you can see. Anthony's over here hiding in the wheel well. There he is. Hi, Anthony.
Hey.
Let's get to work. Well, Anthony is down here working on this still for the next 30 more minutes. What? What did I just say? All right, Anthony's still down here working on the same side of the suspension. You know, we'll give him another hour or so. He's crawling around like a grandpa. We got the, come check it out. We got the proportioning valve put in. We got our hydraulic line for the clutch put in. I may or may not have 20 foot of extra slack that we're gonna have to loop back, and hopefully that doesn't give us too much troubles. We got our reservoir mounted, yeah. And we're going to do what? Staring at you.
Oh, we're gonna finish putting the.
This is so bad.
We're gonna finish getting the shocks put on. Try to line the front end as best we can. Start putting the front end back together. Headers on, and then start working on the front clip.
You didn't see the reason we don't have the headers on the car now is because I pulled the motor back out over the weekend. So we got a cam kit put in this thing. We got a new timing set, new oil pump, pickup tube, cleaned out everything. We got our ICT billet twin turbo timing cover put on for future use. We did a new rear main seal. I got to do the DOD delete up top, new valley cover, and then we'll start getting the intake and all that back on. So the goal for today is to get this front suspension on and get this thing back on its tires, right?
Right.
So hopefully we can get it back on the tires, maybe start putting the front clip back together, and then start laying some Holley wiring in here to see how far we can get. Anthony keeps turning the camera off himself. It's like 45 minutes later, and he's still on that side.
It's not my fault. Nothing fits. All right.
Why you keep pointing the camera at me, huh?
Because what I was doing is not important. Like this, on, off, on.
Anthony is wrapping up the last bit of the suspension on this side. Got the brakes on, calipers on, headers on, the hydraulic clutch set up like you guys saw earlier. He's finishing up, like I said, right here. So now I'm gonna start putting the front of the motor back together and get the core support put on so we can start putting the front end back together. Sound good, Anthony?
Sounds good.
All right, all work. Oh, finally. Half hour later. I gotta have this adjustable neck because my radiator's down here. So I need this to do the thing with the stuff. And bought this off the Evil Bay, and it was taut. Very taut. But a little bit of assembly lube, and I got it in there. New O-ring, new assembly lube. Not used assembly lube. We don't do that around here. So when I have a water leaking a little bit, remind me that this is the thing. That's where it's leaking from. He said lube. This is unfortunate. Again.
Oh no.
Huh.
Oh no.
Huh.
Sir?
Now let's figure out something for this power steering pump. I guess for now we can run that bracket kit.
Yeah.
But that's not gonna help with the, well, we gotta redo headers anyway, so we might run that bracket kit from now on. All right, I'm gonna take this back off and go get the bracket kit. Kit back off. It's missing some bolts and this and that, but we're gonna try and make it work. They sent a fine thread bolt for the tensioner with no nut, so I gotta find a nut for that or a different bolt. We got this guy on. I gotta bust the power steering pump pulley off there, see if I have a puller that'll work on that. And then once I get this back together, then I'm gonna go ahead and throw the course port on, and I gotta drill some holes for the radiator. That's right. So I gotta drill the lower holes to mount the radiator. Once I do that, then I'll throw the course port back on, and we'll see where we're at. You ever like use the wrong tool? So then you're like, man, I'm gonna go YouTube this because this isn't right. And then you're like, oh wait, I think I have that puller that they used. Let me see if I can find it. And then you gotta spend the next 3 hours looking for that puller when it was right in front of you the whole time. So we're gonna try the right puller. This one did not wanna do it. It probably would have, but felt like I was fighting it. That's a bearing puller. Kind of thought it would work because it's got that, but apparently you're supposed to use this one. And I completely forgot I had this, so I saw that video. Look, that was a damn fight. I'm sweating. Now my question is, looks like there might be threads in the middle of there. Hopefully I didn't mess them up. I used the little button, so we should be good. Let me get this power steering pump put on the other bracket, and we'll try and get that pulley pressed back on there. I gotta YouTube how to do that too. Well, I gotta get some more aluminum stock so I can make a bushing, or try and find a bushing the right size for that before I put the power steering pulley on. I gotta get a bolt for the tensioner. I went ahead and drilled and tapped some more holes for our radiator mount, so this can go back in. Cool. Just like that. Front end is solid again. All right, we're back next day. Working on the Cougar again. Got the course port on, got it drilled out as you guys saw. I went ahead and picked up the spacer and the nut and everything I needed to finish the power steering bracket. Now I got that in, and we're gonna jump on putting this front end back together. Back to work again. All right, back in the shop again. Day 3 of this video. It's moving a little slower than I wanted, but it's still going nonetheless. We were back in the car at the Cougar, but I got my buddy Justin and my other buddy Eli. We're gonna get to work on this thing. Watch the paint. We made a list yesterday just to start on getting some of this stuff done. So Justin is gonna start at the top, doing the front top of the motor, the valley cover, intake, fuel rails, and I'm gonna try and start under the car and get the fuel line from the back and meet him up here at the front. Let's get to work.
I wonder what part I'm gonna do.
I think you're gonna stand here and look like Fred Durst.
Yep.
Is that cool with you?
Yeah.
You sing me a song?
You gonna chill there and keep us?
No? You don't wanna sing me a song?
For the tagging? No?
Where are you going? Quit running from the camera. Quit running. Why are you running? Sing me a song. Come on, Fred. Finally got a grommet to go and not pop through with the hose, but we're gonna secure the hose. So I've got some of these clamps. So we got a fuel line, our return line, and a vent line. We're just gonna take these and ribbon out a hole, clamp them right there, make it look nice. All right, we got the intake sitting on the car. We're about to bolt it down. I got this fuel system ran. I still got to do my vent line and get this mounted up under the car. This is all temporary because when we go to turbo, this line is not going to be near big enough. So we're kind of doing this the cheapest way possible just to run it naturally aspirated. But we got it ran from there up to our Corvette fuel filter. So it's going to be a returnless setup. And, you know, the filter and regulator all in one. And then I've got a line ran up to here. So now what we're waiting on is we're gonna replace this factory fuel rail. I think I need to order a fuel rail, so we'll have that in a couple days. But we're gonna get the intake bolted down, get the throttle body on it. And we're gonna start on our Holley wiring, right?
Yeah.
Now Justin came up with a cool idea. We have the 3-inch screen and we were trying to figure out where to put it. And I think what we're gonna try to do is 3D print a model of this and have it where the 3-inch screen can inset. So it'll go in the factory radio location. So that'd be pretty cool. But we're getting there. Lots of work. The list is getting crossed off. Watch the paint. I had to go get some bolts for our throttle body spacer. Had to go to the hardware store before they closed. Hopefully these are gonna be long enough. We had to find an M6 bolt, but we're using that motion throttle body, so you can only use Allen headed bolts. This is what they sent with the spacer, but we'll find out in just a second. So that'll work. So we got an M6 bolt, Allen key so you can actually get to it. Fits down in there, and that's on our Motion 102 with an ICT 102 spacer. So this can actually operate on our stock intake. When I put it on the intake, it was good until you snug the bolts all the way down. So when it was just sitting on there and it was just, hand tight, you could operate this all the way. As soon as I torqued the bolts down, boom, couldn't operate. This was hitting on there somewhere just slightly. So I'm hoping that this little 1/2 inch or so spacer is going to be enough. We'll find out.
It's a little bit tight. That'll do.
And we got some stainless bolts because we didn't want to have it rusting up on us, messing up, golding up. Hopefully these will be good. Perfect length though. So we got to get our, it's not really a huge issue yet, but we got to get our TPS in there and the IAC. We're missing a map sensor and we're going to start on wiring, I think. So now I'm going to grab the Holly out of the office. We're going to start laying it on here and seeing if we can get all of that situated, figure out where we're going to punch through the firewall. All right, guys, that's where we're at this week. We're gonna keep trucking away on this Holly wiring system here. We got to get some more parts on order, but we're trying. We're getting it together. The cool news is we signed up for the sick ward this year, so we're gonna take this car out to Florida, do a little driving, put some miles under it, and hopefully it does all right. We do good in sick ward this year. Hopefully we can make sick week next year. We'll have the turbos on it by then and all that, and we'll see. But make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe. Hit the notification. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.
Remember, I'll give you that sticker.
Say bye.
Bye.